You guys should buckle up for what is likely to be a wild ride as Jaguar Wright is on the run due to the Hollywood elite allegedly chasing her. She has been doing a great job of exposing the craziest and shadiest side of the industry that had us all shook. But it appears that some powerful people are tired of having her spill their tea because they allegedly got her arrested. Now Jaguar is pleading for assistance, alleging that they are attempting to pull a Jeffrey Epstein on her and kill her. This is after Jaguar recently disclosed that she was about to start dropping video evidence on big names like Jay-Z and Clive Davis. Jaguar has been provoking the media with some of the biggest names in the business lately. And now it appears that these elites are knocking on her door. Let's just say they're not bringing cookies. Let's face it, Jaguar must have really rubbed some high people the wrong way, because it was like watching a slow-motion train wreck that we could all kind of see coming from a mile away, with her constantly spilling the juiciest gossip and nobody suing her or disputing her. As a result, we were able to obtain some insight into the alleged shenanigans that CBS has been engaging in, particularly with regard to Diddy and Jay-Z. Jaguar Wright didn't just tiptoe around the gossip mill, she spilled all the tea, particularly with regard to Diddy's dubious antics from his dream Jaguar, was the whistleblower who exposed that Jay-Z was well aware of R. Kelly's dark side long before the rest of us learned of it. You may recall that when Marlia was only 15 years old, R. Kelly pulled a fast one on her with fictitious legal documents. Jay-Z seemed to have been present at the circus, but he decided to keep quiet and carry on doing business with Kelly. Jay-Z was working with Kelly, and the two of them made a ton of records together. They both Aaliyah, and they had a falling out that seemed to never have occurred. Anybody who discusses the best of both worlds does so without mentioning this. Nobody discusses the fact that brushed things under the rug. But why did Jaguar then come out and spill the beans on Jay-Z? She said that what we believe to be true about Diddy Scene Carter is 10 times worse than Jay-Z. Oh my goodness, he's more intelligent, patient, and not careless. Jaguar didn't stop at just skimming the surface. She dug deep into Jay-Z's business dealings, shining a light on his shady maneuvers, like pulling the rug out from under his Rockefeller Records partner Dame Dash, selling out the label from underneath him. Rumor has it that it all came down to a classic case of love triangles and bruised OS, when Aaliyah chose to date Dame instead of Jay-Z. This has been lining up people he calls friends and stepping into the side while they get hit. I believe that everyone who knows Scene Carter is aware that he will dump anyone in a relationship for the sake of $1. Just look at what he did to Dane. I don't care if you wanted to break up with your partner or not, but the way he handled it was malicious. But perhaps that was because he was a girl who didn't want you. Oh, but hold on, there's this shocking revelation that Jaguar made in an interview, revealing that Rihanna may have been trafficked by Jay-Z from Barbados to the U.S. when she was just a teenager. We found Rihanna at 3 in the morning in a hotel on her home island, away from parental supervision. She was then placed on a private plane as a minor from one nation to another, and she found herself in a boardroom with Mr. C, again without parental supervision. If you had small children, would you merely allow your daughter to travel to a foreign nation with some? You are claiming that the rumors about Rihanna being trafficked are true because her father didn't show up for her to pick up a $500,000 check for his daughter's ass. Perhaps we should investigate further into the album, which featured a child bride with a crown over her head and blood SM on her face. I'm not sure why people don't watch SOS anymore, but these allegations are unsettling. Let's go back in time to when Rihanna was 16 years old and flew from Barbados to the U.S. for her first interview with Jay-Z and Aaliyah Reid. She crushes it so hard that Aaliyah Reid orders Jay-Z to sign her right away. But instead of a smooth signing session, Jay-Z seems to have kept her waiting until the wee hours of the morning to finalize the deal for 6 albums with Def Jam. Now, we've all heard the fairy tale version of this story. Jay-Z recognizing Rihanna's star power, and all of that, but hold on to your butts, because the reality check is coming in hot according to Rihanna herself. This was no charming negotiation. Instead, Jay-Z allegedly dropped some seriously intense threats like throwing her out of his 27th floor office window if she didn't sign right then. And they're so nervous I was shaking literally. But the moment I walked into the office, the atmosphere was so warm. And welcoming you had to sing a cappella for him. Yes, I had to sing. I sang Pun Play. I sang another ball from the album, A Last Tease. So then what did he say to you? He said something to you. Oh yes, he said we don't sing songs here, we sing artist. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested, and there's this sudden feel of relief. But then he said about a window at a door or something. Oh, then he said he did it homework. I did a lot of homework on you place. He said, there's 2 lead here I through the door, with a deal sign or through this window. And we're in the 29th floor. So you was like, where's the pen, where's the paper I'm signing, yeah. And I was sure working with Jay-Z, you met beyond, that's right, yeah. Rihanna tried to force a smile, but even Stevie Wonder could tell that it was fake. I mean, she was only 16 in a foreign country with no family nearby, and Jay-Z was holding all the cards over her head, yeah. It was definitely sus. Reluctantly signed the 6-album deal with Def Jam. But the shadiness didn't end there. Jay-Z forced her to sign the contract right then, and there without a lawyer in sight to read it over for her. And again, it was insanely shady, y'all, at this point. No one could blame Rihanna for vanishing into thinner after pumping out 8 albums back to back. That's some seriously shady business. Anyone would want to distance themselves from as soon as they could. Well, additionally, Jaguar stated that Rihanna's father supposedly received a cool $500,000 from Jay-Z. But there's more, since Jaguar finally admitted that the true reason she has a beef with Jay-Z is that she claimed that during her time working as his backup vocalist, he touched her and left her feeling more than a little roughed up. But wait, there's more. She even displayed scars from the time she claimed he attacked her with a box cutter. There are a lot of people on the internet who are trying to find out where you are, watching you, and doing all kinds of weird things in an attempt to figure out who you are. If you're curious about what it feels like to have a box cutter rip through your skin, I can tell you that John Carter is just as bad as the Deader. I have the scars to prove it. I'm saying Sean Carter remembers everything he did to me, and he's got it on to just like y'all. Jaguar wasn't holding back when she said she believes Jay-Z is gunning for her. Can you really blame her for feeling that way? That can't see, that's nothing. There are still more juicy details in this drama, but wait, did he really bring out a box cutter? That's nasty. Next, lighthearted and planned drama. Buffet. Additionally, Jaguar is asserting that she has video evidence of Jay-Z abusing his power, putting his hands on people, and threatening them into silence by bragging about his dubious past as a drug dealer and purportedly unliving people. She further states that she is prepared to expose Jay-Z's shortcomings and end his reign of terror. I have your boy Diddy by the nuts long before you think I had yours right here in sight. And just when you thought things couldn't get much wilder, I'm going to keep my word, and you're going to pay me in full. Jaguar was messy as F, claiming to have personally witnessed a whole tape of Megan hitting Nicki Minaj. Oh, y'all, what's going on in Hollywood? I'm just saying that she made a lot of accusations.